4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
On the ground, right side. Olsen takes it to the bag. 1 pitch and 1 out. Jose Altuve up to hit here.
Jose Altuve.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Here's the 0-2. And that's outside.
That's out.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Tied him up on a fastball inside. 2 down, base is empty. So now the Astros designated hitter, Yordan Alvarez. Now 1
inside,
missed.
ball 1. Ball 2.
And that's downstairs. And now 3-0. That one fouled off. Two down, nobody on. That one ripped, but foul. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that is that. Back in Truist Park, and towing the mound for Houston in this one, Luis Castillo. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, he's got great stuff, but what makes his stuff even better is his delivery. Hides the ball for a very long time, high leg kick, and by the time the hitter sees it, it's right on top of him.
Jake McCarthy getting ready to hit. On the ground, right side. Goldie takes it himself. They get him, but it was pretty close. Ellie De La Cruz up. His career feels like it was shot out of a cannon. He flew onto the scene. Oh, look at the stop. Fires to first. In the dirt. Great pick. Got him. What a play. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. He wrote a terrific piece before the season that detailed his love for baseball.
Yeah, he and his friends would play at the beach, in a huge lot behind the hospital, or out on the street. All they needed was a newspaper and some tape, and they were ready for a game. Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
Matt Olson stands in now and watches strike 1. Brings it in for the 3rd out. All set for the start of the inning. So here's the Astros cleanup hitter, Mike Trout. That's off the mark, and that's ball 1.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where You're going to catch up to one, that's the one. When he elevates, hitters aren't touched it.
Here's a 2-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. So here's Kyle Tucker now. Swing and a ground ball. De La Cruz. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second. Yainer Diaz will hit next. Known for his rocket arm behind the plate. Line drive. And it's into the gap. Now he'll turn for second. And he's in there standing up with a 2-out double.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
And Paul Goldschmidt will come up to hit. Swings through that one for strike 1.
Well, they're looking to get on the board first here after that clutch 2-out double made this inning interesting.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
And a breaking ball misses outside. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. Back in Atlanta Truist Park. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Ozzie Albies.
Ball.
And a foul ball. The 1-1. Ripped, but it curls foul. And it skips in the dirt. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And he hits a ground ball right side in plenty of time to first. Leadoff man retired here in the second. Drake Baldwin next up for the Braves. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. And it's 0-1. Swings through that one for strike 2. Got it. And there's 2 away.
Batting 7, designated.
Here's Josh Young. And a swing and a miss there. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Has room, and he makes the catch. Well, here we go. Top of the third, scoreless game.
Jared Triolo.
Triolo goes 6 feet 3 inches, 28 years old, and he was a second-round pick back in 2019. Jared Triolo leading things off and takes a strike. Swings through that.
Just not it. to catch up to that velocity.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Nice shortstop, Daniel Schneemann.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Daniel Schneemann. Top of the third, no score. And that one almost hit him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Misses inside. Ball 2.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. So the Houston lineup turns over. Michael Hellman digs in now. 0 for 1 so far. There's a strike. Outside. Swing and a miss as he was out front. Swings and misses, struck him out. And he strikes out the side in the third. Bottom of the inning. Now in for the Braves, Michael Harris II.
Michael Harris II.
Castillo back to work. This one in the air, center field. Trout under it. Then there's one down. Now the third baseman, Zach McKinstry.
Zach McKinstry.
Yeah, that's fouled off. That one lifted to left, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. Back to the leadoff spot in the Braves lineup. Now the left fielder, Jake McCarthy.
That's a ball.
Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Start of the fourth, and stepping in for the Astros, Jose Altuve.
Altuve always seems to be setting records or reaching milestones, Boog. In 2023, he became the fastest player to reach 2,000 career hits, 200 home runs, and 200 stolen bases in MLB history.
There's the strike. Late on that fastball.
Ooh, Baya. You got to remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
Inside, just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And it remains 2-2. Base knock right field. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Here's Yordan Alvarez. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Check swing went around, and that's strike 1.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Swings through that one. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Oh, great stop. There's one. And that's a double play. Wow. Base is empty after the double play. Here's Mike Trout. He's 0 for 1. Two down, nobody on. Foul ball there. Ball to strike. On the ground right side. Over to first. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Bottom of the 4th. So now to the plate for Atlanta. Ellie De La Cruz.
You know, these Braves just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
1 away.
And obviously a lot of credit for all those chases and strikeouts goes to the pitching. It's been nasty, but you can bet this offense is trying to figure out some way to put up a better fight.
Tap foul at the plate.
Ball upstairs.
Check swing, and he went. Going to count 1 and 2. Got him. Already 2 gone here in the home 4th.
Up next for the Braves.
And the batter now, Matt Olson. He's 0 for 1. Foul ball. Strike 2.
2 pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
Left field. And that'll get down for a hit. And they have their first base runner since the 1st inning.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep, so pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Stepping in, Drake Baldwin.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
And fouled off. 2 on, 2 outs. In for a strike, and now just 1 pitch away from surviving the inning. Out to center. That is the inning. We go to the top of the 5th, and stepping in for the Astros, Kyle Tucker. Tied him up inside with that one. Tucker, who's been an all-star and a Gold Glover. Fouled off. He was late. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Line drive, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Diaz now at the plate as he swings through strike one. Check swing, went around, and the count is 0-2. Good job to fight that one off. There goes Tucker. Oh, and 2 now. Runner goes again. Swing and a miss. Throw safe. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position. Here's Paul Goldschmidt. Caught looking his first time up. Late with the swing there.
Oh, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Well, you got to find a way to catch up to that pitch. Perhaps shorten the swing, eliminate the stride. That one came in hot, but right down the middle, you're saying to yourself, how did I miss that pitch? Got to make a quick
outside,
adjustment.
that's a ball.
And 1-2. This one in the air, center field. He's got it. And there's 2 away. Jared Triolo, the next to hit. His first at bat was a strikeout. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1. Swing and a pop-up. Has room, and he makes the catch. We head to the bottom of the 5th. So here's the Braves' designated hitter, Josh Young.
You know, these Braves, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
The wind to kick the 2-0. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
In the air, left field. Brings it in. Throw behind the runner, and they've got him doubled off. So up next, Zach McKinstry. Swing and a high fly ball to left. That is the inning. Back here in Atlanta, and stepping in for the Astros, Daniel Schneemann. Fought off foul. And that one hit to first. He'll do it himself. Now one gone in the top of the 6th. And next to hit for Houston, Michael Hellman. Hellman, 29 years old, and he found his way onto the team after being claimed off waivers. Squares to bunt, but that rolls foul. Oh, 2 now. Out towards left center. 2 down. Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. 1 for 2. In the air, right field. Acuna gets under it. And that is that. Back at Truist Park. Now the leadoff spot for the Braves, Jake McCarthy. That one misses.
That's a ball.
And that is ball 1. Fouled off left side. Check swing, and he went. That is strike 2. Starting after it. Appeal to third. Nope, he held back. Here's a 2-2. Ground ball right side. Oh, great stop from his knees. The throw.
No, he's in there.
But it's not in time. Base hit.
I'll just put it in play, right? With his speed, that's a hit every time. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
At the plate, Ellie De La Cruz. Now the 0-1. Runner on the go. Pitch misses. Throw to second. Out of bounds. Safe.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with this speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Man at second. Breaking ball misses down and away. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. On the ground to first. What a stop. And very nicely done for the out. And here comes Ronald Acuna Jr. in a huge spot. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Strike 2. Skips in, and excellent work to corral that one. Could have been dangerous. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Huge strikeout there. Matt Olson stepping to the plate in a big spot now. Ripped into center, base hit. In to score is the runner from third. A big 2-out hit, and the game is tied.
Everything came together for him. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride low, out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
0-1 now.
Ball 1.
Oh, nice stop at first. And that's a great play for the out. Top of inning number 7. Now here's the Astros designated hitter, Yordan Alvarez.
Notice how they're swinging too early or too late. That's a timing problem. They need to guess right on a few of those pitches, and I mean make an educated guess. Usually when a pitcher's had a dominant outing, he has filled up the strike zone and he's gotten ahead in the count with first pitch strikes. Well, that's exactly what this guy has done in this one. Over 70% first pitch strikes.
And a base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Here's Trout.
Ball, that's out.
Ground ball could be 2. Over to Albies. And that's 2. Base is empty after the double play. Here's Kyle Tucker. Cruising on the mound right now, but a dangerous hitter here in this spot. A guy with some slug to him. And that one fouled off.
Oh, man, that stays fair. We got a new ball game. Great swing. Just couldn't keep it between the lines. He's got to try to bottle that. Do it again.
Swing and a foul out of play. Looking to get the tying run on base. Swings and sends a rocket to right. And that'll do it. Back in Atlanta Truist Park. Now it's Atlanta catcher Drake Anthony Bonda taking over on the mound.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Right through there for a strike.
Calling it bat can be a little bit of a dance. Strike one here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
And now it's going to be Josh Young. Ground ball left side. And it goes just foul. The 0-1. Turned on, but foul wide of third. The 0-2. Left field. Helmet on the move towards the line. Makes the catch. One down. One out man at first. And next for Atlanta, Michael Harris the second. Swings through that one for strike one. Quick move to first. Back to first, and he's safe. Baldwin, the base runner at first with one out. And a big swing and a miss. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
What do you got?
Checks his swing, appeal to third, and he held back according to Ricky Holiday. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
Hanging in there pretty good against the lefty.
Now a quick throw to first, and he's back in there. That
Ball
misses
three.
the zone. Ball 3. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Payoff pitch. Hellman settles underneath it, and there's 2 down. Here's the third baseman, Zach McKinstry. On the ground to the left, Schneemann. Out with room to spare, and that's the inning. Ready to begin the 8th. At the plate is the Astros catcher, Yainer Diaz. So they bring on their closer in the 8th, Griffin Jacks.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
That's a strike. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Ring him up, says Darryl Parker. That's a strikeout. Paul Goldschmidt down. And that is out of play. The 0-1. There's the strike, 95 of that one.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
That's a ball. Tried to attack with the sweeper.
That's a really good take.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Here's a 1-2. And a sweeper misses for a ball. This to third. Sends it across to first. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th. And the batter now, Jared Triolo. Here comes a pinch hitter for the Astros, Tyler Fitzgerald, trying to get something going for him with 2 away. And there's a base hit to left. So the tying run reaches with 2 away.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. That was one of those swings that feels like you're swinging an aluminum bat. It jumped off so hard, squared it up, and it went screaming at 108 miles per hour.
Now a chance for Daniel Schneemann. Runner on the go. And that's a stolen base, not even close. And the tying run is now in scoring position. Oh, look at the stop. To first. It's there, and that's a great play. Bottom of the 8th. Now in for the Braves, Jake McCarthy.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases. And pick up a run.
On the ground, right side. Altuve slings to first. 1 pitch and 1 out. Now it's the shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz. 0 for 3 in this one. And first offering is fouled off. Pulls that one foul. That missed by a lot. Now 1-2. That one
Ball
missed.
2.
That's
Ball, that's
inside. 3-2 now. That's hard hit in the line. Base hit. That gets by him. And he'll pull into second safely.
That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you've got to make them pay.
Here's Ronald to the mound now. They turn to Blake Trinan.
And that's a big potential run out there at second as he comes in trying to keep the deficit where it is. For the infielders, they got to be thinking about keeping the ball from getting by them into the outfield any way they can.
2 down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Olsen stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone. Check swing, but he went too far. That's strike 2. That's a ball. Tried the sweeper. And down on strikes he goes. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. We go to the 9th. Here's the Astros leadoff man, Michael Hellman. And that one fouled off.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
And that misses. And it's a ball and a strike. That one missing inside.
Ball 2.
Swing and a miss. They're down 2 balls and 2 strikes. Up the middle. Albies throws to first in time. And the leadoff man retired here in the ninth. So next up for Houston, Jose Altuve. 1 for 3. A little out front there as he swings through it. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Has room, and he makes the catch. Astros down to their last out. Yordan Alvarez up next for the. Here comes a new arm for the Braves, number 70.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
They're down to their final strike.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
On a line, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Around first and hustling for second. Here's the throw. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Up next for the Astros.
So the run in scoring position now. Now Trout gets a chance to hit. Trying to deliver as the hero. Intentional walk here with 2 out. They set up a force at any base to end the inning. And now a very big at bat for Kyle Tucker. Down to their final out, but an opportunity to deliver the tying and maybe even a winning run. Late swing, foul to the left. 2 on, 2 outs. Swings and misses. And the count is 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. The tying and go-ahead runs are left aboard.